Hello and welcome to TTVNEWS with some latest events in Tayninhintv province. Ladies and gentlemen, on the morning of July 12, a working delegation of the Ministry of Information and Communications, led by Deputy Minister Phạm Đức Long, came to work in Tayninhintv province on building a project to summarize the 10 years of implementing Resolution number 36, dated July 1, 2014, of the Police Bureau and its project resolution on national digital transformation, digital socio-economic development. Welcoming and working with the delegation, there was standing vice chairman of the Provincial Business Committee Nguyễn Hồng Thanh and representatives of leaders of relevant departments, branches, and units. Reporting to the delegation, Director of the Department of Information and Communications Nguyễn Tân Đức said that in recent years, the application and development of information technology in Tayninhintv province has had new changes in terms of awareness and action, making an important contribution to the province's socio-economic development, security, and defense. Tayninhintv basically no longer has mobile signal directions. 96.89% of households have smartphones. 92.64% of households have fiber optic broadband internet connection. The school system is 100% connected to the internet by fiber optic cable. Currently, 608 surveillance cameras are operating in the province. It has deployed and effectively used many information systems from 100% of state agencies from provincial to commune level, applying information technology to the management, administration, and specialization of operations, helping to improve efficiency and meet the medical examination and treatment needs of the people through hospital management software. After nearly 2 working days with a high sense of responsibility, on the afternoon of July 12, the 14th session of the 10th Provincial Business Council completed the proposed program with many important contents. At this meeting, the Provincial Business Council conducted questions and answer session with 2 fields under the Department of Agriculture and Rural Development, managed by the Department of Culture, Sports and Tourism, review and vote on 11 thematic resolutions, deciding on many important contents not only for 2024, but also for the period of 2021-2025 and the following years. Based on the review of reports and submissions of the Provincial Business Committee and relevant agencies, the Provincial Business Council analyzed and pointed out the shortcomings and limitations in implementing the task of socio-economic development in directing and managing the implementation of the resolution of the Provincial Business Council. Speaking at the closing of the meeting, Mr. Nguyễn Thành Tâm, Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee, Chairman of the Provincial Business Council, requested that the Provincial Business Committee and relevant agencies need to focus on directing, quickly concretizing and implementing the resolutions of the Provincial Business Council, ensure timeliness, synchronization and effectiveness, and soon bring the resolutions to life. Mr. Nguyễn Thành Tâm also called on voters and people of the province to join hands and unite with the party committee and authorities to overcome difficulties and continue to effectively implement measures to maintain remote production and business, make good use of new opportunities, determined to successfully implement socio-economic goals and tasks in 2024, striving to successfully implement the resolution of the Provincial Party Congress period of 2020-2025. Dear audience, the session also approved 11 draft resolutions related to many fields, including resolution on land use plan for 5-year periods of 2021-2025 in the province. According to the content of the approved resolution, the Provincial Business Council allocated an area of 404,165 hectares of land in the plan period. Regarding the plan to change the purpose of agricultural land use to non-agricultural land during the period, 87,868 hectares. Conversion of land use structure within agricultural land is 1,313 hectares. Conversion of non-agricultural land to residential land is 179 hectares. The adoption of the 5-year land use plan aims to strictly manage land resources according to the land use requirements for socio-economic development, national defense and security goals and tasks in the new situation. Also at the session, the draft resolution on the 2025 public investment plan from the state budget, with a total expected investment capital of more than 4,400 billion Vietnam dong, was approved. The Standing Committee of the Provincial People's Council requests the Provincial People's Committee and Department of Planning and Investment, based on the guiding documents of the government, the Ministry of Planning and Investment, and the actual situation in the locality, to build a appropriate and scientific capital allocation plan. The allocation for each industry and field is carefully considered based on the level of investment in previous periods, the general development orientation of the province, the needs of the industry, and the organization of consulting with industry and sectors, competent authorities in the process of allocating capital to each industry and field, selecting project categories, progress, capital allocation, ensuring fairness, transparency, and publicity. Businesses participating in the program took an trade and consumer products in TayNinhTV, Đắk Lắk, Javan provinces in 2024, organized by the Department of Industry and Trade of TayNinhTV. At Tâm Tea Stop Station, signed many memorandums of cooperation. Nearly 2 days of the connection program, more than 70 businesses and manufacturers, distributors, suppliers, and consumers of products and goods from three provinces of Đắk Lắk, Javan, and TayNinhTV. Leader of the Sơn Supermarket in An Giang Province, Go Supermarket, Hoa Thanh Ranch, Coop Mart Supermarkets, TayNinhTV Ranch, directly discussed and introduced our core products, typical products, and general industrial products of the province, with demand for connecting consumption to expand the sales distribution network of wholesale and retail to serve production and consumer needs. Enterprises participate in searching and connecting with distributors in TayNinhTV province in general and supermarket channels, points of sale, and stop stations in TayNinhTV province in particular. Many memorandums of understanding and cooperation between businesses have been signed, opening up opportunities to promote the development of tourism products in TayNinhTV, Đắk Lắk, and Javan. During a business trip to TayNinhTV, Ms. Đỗ Thị Thu Thảo, Vice Chairman of the Central Vietnam Women's Union, and the delegation came to give gifts to families with meritorious services and policy beneficiaries in the province to celebrate the 77th anniversary of the Vietnam War Invalids and Martyrs' Day, July 27, 1947, July 27, 2024. TayNinhTV currently has over 43,000 people recognized and treated with preferential treatment for those with meritorious services to the revolution and other policies. Among them, there are nearly 8,000 subjects receiving regular benefits. There are currently 17 out of 17 living Vietnamese hero models who have been cared for life by units and organizations. The unit supports the heroic Vietnamese models in the form of monthly rents. Each model receives the lowest level of 500,000 Vietnam dong per month and the highest level of 2.5 million Vietnam dong per month. Ms. Đỗ Thị Thu Thảo sent her deep thanks, expressed her gratitude for the rich contributions of the families, and presented 35 gifts to 35 beneficiaries.
And to another foreign affairs on July the 11th, the delegation of Singapore Food Association led by Dr. Abdul Salim Abdul Kader, the Deputy General Director of the Singapore Food Agency, visited and worked with the province of TayNinhTV province. And welcoming and working with the delegation, there was Mr. Trần Văn Chiến, Vice Chairman of the Provincial People's Committee. Speaking to welcome the working group, the Vice Chairman of the Provincial People's Committee of TayNinhTV province affirmed that today's working session is an opportunity for authorities and potential businesses to produce livestock and poultry products for export, and let's exchange and learn about the Singapore market. Find the best solution to make TayNinhTV export of animals and husbandry on poultry products more and more sustainable. Dr. Abdul Kader, Deputy General Director of Singapore Food Agency, highly appreciated the agreement and control work of the Vietnamese government in the field of avian flu prevention in recent times, and at the same time, he stressed that this trip will have the two sides cooperate in more detail and depth on trade, import and export of meat, especially the poultry products and chicken eggs. In the near future, the Singapore can organize the first deal to import chicken meat and eggs from Tây Ninh province. And on the same day, the delegation also visited and worked with the Vietnam KL Company Limited in Tân Biên district. And ladies and gentlemen, at the group discussion section of the Provincial People's Council meeting, the issues of removing obstacles, resolutely handling projects that are slow to be implemented, slow to be handed over, and projects that are slow to put land into use were also discussed by delegates expressed special concern. At the discussion, delegates requested Provincial People's Committee to soon complete policy institutions, processes and procedures to remove problems and strengthen inspection and examination work, and thirdly coordinate with the competent authorities to quickly resolve problems in inspection conclusions, contributing to early project implementation. And along with that, the province also needs to focus on directing and urging to speed up progress and soon complete the joining plans and specialized technical infrastructure plans to serve as a basis for resolving related documents. And the project is slow in the implementation, slow in handover, and had adjustments in planning, and will be completed in 2024.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 2 days of urgent and serious work with a spirit of democracy and high responsibility, the 14th session of the 10th Provincial People's Council completed the proposed program and achieved many important results appreciated by voters. One of the outstanding activities at the meeting is the questioning and answering activities. Hot issue groups in the agriculture and rural development, culture, sports and tourism sectors was researched and questioned frankly by delegates. These are also issues that voters have reported and recommended to delegates in recent times. Through questioning activities, it has been shown that the issues raised by the delegates and selected by the Provincial People's Council are relevant and consistent with the actual situation, localities and issues of concern to voters. Questioning and answering took place democratically, frankly and responsibly, focusing on clarifying the current situation, causes and responsibilities of relevant agencies, organizations and individuals, and at the same time, determining the basic resolutions to face it. After the question session, the chairman of the meeting also asked the departments and branches that answer the questions to seriously observe the opinions of the Provincial People's Council delegates, actually and effectively deploy the resolutions promised to voters, then report the results of implementation to the People's Council and voters for monitoring according to regulations. Representatives of voters attending the meeting and voters watching via live television appreciated the questioning activities at the meeting. Before the resolution was passed, the Provincial People's Council delegates researched, examined, and discussed thoroughly the content of the draft resolution. Thereby, the resolutions are feasible and strictly guaranteed. These include issues practically related to people's life proposed by voters, and policies were promulgated at the meeting by resolution. I'm very concerned about the policy regulations to support medical examination and treatment costs for poor households in the province, demonstrating the concern of party and government leaders at all levels for people and social welfare beneficiaries. The resolutions I'm most interested in this time are the resolutions related to learning society in the period of 2021-2030. The resolutions speak to the issue of illiteracy elimination. Dear audience, currently in the province there are 368 rainage canals, the main task of which is water rainage, including a number of rainage canals with capacities of irrigation and drainage for agricultural production land with a design area of about over 96,000 hectares, total length of over 826 kilometers. However, after many years of being put into operation, many irrigation canals are no longer in use. The current status has been level. Inroads on planting trees, building was no longer effective as expected, causing waste of infrastructure. Currently, some canals have almost disappeared and are difficult to locate due to the natural sedimentation process, and people are arbitrarily leveling them. This issue was asked by delegates. If the situation of encroachment on canals by households has occurred in recent times, what is the responsibility of the agricultural sector? Most of the enlarged canals have two times, including unused one, and people enlarge until they don't use it. They also do not eliminate. The second is enlarging on the corridor. We have already notified. The district level also has the right to sanction this behavior, while at the provincial level, we advise on sanctions, but we enforce it. Based on local reality, people, government, and management propose eliminating canals that are no longer effective. However, up to now, there has been no decision to remove it. On January 29, 2024, the Department of Agriculture and Rural Development issued report number 47 on canal routes that are no longer effective for use. Accordingly, proposing to delete 11 canal routes that are no longer effective for use and allocate land for localities to develop land use plan. For canal routes that have not had land recovery and have not yet established public land, the canal routes that have had land recovery and identified public utility land, what is the correct direction for handle these canal routes? Regarding the case of canal land after being clear, will it be returned to the people or not? Let me tell you that each case will have different solutions. After we eliminate the canals, this land will be handed over to the commune level for management, meaning that if the commune level rents or assigns something in the future, it must notify the district level. If it is an individual or an organization, it will be clear to the provincial level. Obviously, there are different cases. In current land law, public land clearly regulates each case and cannot be answered in general. At the questioning session, the director of the Department of Agriculture and Rural Development also said that to avoid waste for the conversion of canals, the department has also reported to the Provincial Business Committee, hoping to have specific instructions in the near future so that the authorities can have a basis for quick implementation.
And ladies and gentlemen, as reported on the morning of July the 11th, the 14th section of the 10th and Provincial People's Council meeting term of 2021-2026 officially opened. One of the contents of special interest of voters and delegates is the report on the socio-economic development situation in the first 6 months of the Provincial People's Committee. The report has partly showed the outstanding results that the whole province has achieved, along with practical and drastic solutions that contribute to the further promoting the province's socio-economic development in the coming time. In the first 6 months of 2024, with great efforts and high determination of the entire political system from the province to grassroots, the dynamism and creativity to overcome the difficulties of all economic sectors and the people, the province's socio-economic development continues to prosper. Production and business activities tend to recover well, the investment environment continues to improve, and the province actively supports and creates favorable conditions for businesses, restores and develops production and business, and creates jobs for workers, promotes the investment attraction, and have selective for the service trade continues to recover and develop positively. However, besides the impressive results achieved in the socio-economic development, the Provincial People's Committee assessed that the province's socio-economic situation still has many limitations. Production and business activities in some industry and fields are still difficult, and thereby, the Provincial People's Committee has proposed 11 groups of solutions to effectively implement the key tasks in the last 6 months of the year. Continue to review and remove difficulties and obstacles hindering the production and business activities, administrative reforms, improving the business investment environment, creating favorable conditions for businesses and the people, promote investment attraction, focus on directing the on-schedule implementation of key investment projects that have investment policies in all fields, promote budget collection, strive to achieve and exceed estimates, thoroughly save on regular expenses. In addition, the People's Committee also directs the implementation of solutions to create conditions and support the businesses, organizations, and individuals to link production to create the real efficiency in linking and replicating agricultural models with the high technology applications. Continue to effectively implement policies to support and create jobs for the workers. At the same time, we are determined to create a change and synchronization in administrative reform and improve the efficiencies of digital transformation.
That's all for today, TTV News. Thank you for being with us and goodbye for now.